The moment the news about Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei began circulating again, fans immediately sensed that something felt different this time. It wasn't just another wave of rumors fueled by speculation or fleeting interactions. There was a quiet consistency, a pattern of moments that, when pieced together, painted a story far more compelling than any official statement released by their agencies. At first glance, everything seemed perfectly controlled. Public appearances were measured, interviews were careful, and both stars maintained the kind of professionalism expected from rising actors in the highly scrutinized Chinese entertainment industry. Yet, beneath that polished surface, attentive fans began noticing subtle details that didn't quite align with the narrative of just colleagues. It started with their body language during joint appearances. While many co-stars share friendly chemistry, what Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei displayed often felt more instinctive than rehearsed. The way their eyes found each other in crowded rooms, the natural ease in their conversations, and the unspoken understanding between them hinted at a deeper connection that couldn't be easily dismissed. One particularly talked about moment came during a promotional event, where the two stood side by side under bright lights and flashing cameras. While answering questions, Tian Xiwei briefly glanced at Zhang Linghe, and his immediate reaction, subtle yet protective, didn't go unnoticed. It was the kind of reaction that felt genuine, not something crafted for publicity. Fans, especially those who had followed both of their careers closely, began compiling these moments. Small gestures, fleeting smiles, and shared laughter became pieces of a larger puzzle. Individually, each instance might seem insignificant, but together, they formed a narrative that contradicted the simplicity of official denials. Social media further amplified the intrigue. Observant netizens pointed out how the timing of their posts occasionally aligned in curious ways. While neither of them posted anything overtly revealing, the similarities in captions, themes, or even locations sparked endless discussions among fans who believed there was more than coincidence at play. Behind-the-scenes footage added another layer to the speculation. In candid clips, their interactions appeared less guarded, more relaxed. Zhang Linghe's demeanor around Tian Xiwei often softened, while Tian Xiwei herself seemed more animated and expressive in his presence. These unscripted moments carried a kind of authenticity that fans found hard to ignore. What made the situation even more fascinating was how both actors handled the growing attention. Instead of directly addressing the rumors in detail, they maintained a delicate balance, neither confirming nor aggressively denying beyond official statements. This ambiguity only fueled further curiosity. Industry insiders also began subtly hinting at the possibility of a closer relationship. While no one made explicit claims, vague comments during interviews and live streams suggested that their connection might extend beyond professional collaboration. Such hints, though indirect, added credibility to fans' theories. The agencies, on the other hand, maintained a consistent stance. Their statements emphasized professionalism and dismissed any romantic involvement as mere speculation. Yet, for many fans, these statements felt more like standard protocol rather than definitive truth, especially given how carefully crafted such responses often are in the entertainment world. As time went on, more coincidences surfaced. Similar schedules, overlapping appearances in private gatherings, and even shared circles of friends began to emerge. While none of these could serve as concrete proof, they collectively strengthened the belief that their relationship might be more than just friendly. One of the most compelling aspects of this ongoing narrative is how natural everything seems. Unlike relationships that appear overly staged or strategically revealed, the connection between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei feels understated. There's a quiet authenticity that resonates with fans on a deeper level. Their on-screen chemistry also played a significant role in shaping public perception. Performances that required emotional depth were delivered with such sincerity that audiences couldn't help but wonder if those emotions were rooted in something real. The line between acting and reality seemed increasingly blurred. In interviews, their responses about each other often carried a tone that went beyond casual compliments. Zhang Linghe would occasionally praise Tian Xiwei in ways that felt deeply personal, while Tian Xiwei's remarks about him hinted at admiration that extended beyond professional respect. Fans began to analyze even the smallest details, matching accessories, similar fashion choices, and synchronized travel patterns. While skeptics argued that such observations could be coincidental, dedicated followers believed they were subtle clues intentionally or unintentionally left behind. The role of fan communities cannot be understated in this narrative. Their dedication to uncovering patterns and connecting dots transformed scattered moments into a cohesive story. What might have been overlooked by casual observers became significant evidence in the eyes of those paying close attention. Despite the growing speculation, both actors continued to focus on their careers. New projects, endorsements, and public appearances kept them in the spotlight, yet the question of their relationship remained an ever-present topic of discussion. Interestingly, the lack of definitive confirmation only made the story more compelling. In an age where celebrity relationships are often publicly or denied with clarity, this ambiguity created a sense of mystery that captivated audiences. There were also moments when their interactions seemed to subtly acknowledge the rumors without directly addressing them. A knowing smile, a playful remark, or a brief pause during interviews often spoke louder than words. Critics of the speculation argue that fans may be reading too much into ordinary interactions. After all, close friendships and strong professional bonds can easily be mistaken for romantic involvement, especially when viewed through the lens of fan enthusiasm. However, supporters of the theory point out that the consistency of these moments sets this situation apart. It's not just one or two instances, but a continuous pattern that has persisted over time, making it difficult to dismiss entirely. The dynamic between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei also reflects a level of comfort that typically develops over a longer period. Their ease with each other suggests familiarity that goes beyond what is usually seen between co-stars who have only worked together briefly. Another factor that adds to the intrigue is how both actors maintain a relatively private personal life. This discretion means that any glimpse into their off-screen relationship, no matter how small, becomes highly significant to fans eager for insight. Even as new topics emerge in the entertainment industry, the conversation surrounding their relationship refuses to fade. Each new appearance or interaction reignites discussions, proving just how invested audiences have become in their story. The idea that their relationship might be intentionally kept private is also widely discussed. In an industry where public image is carefully managed, choosing to keep personal matters out of the spotlight can be both a strategic and personal decision. If that is the case, then the subtle hints and unspoken moments become even more meaningful. They represent a form of expression that exists outside official narratives, visible only to those who pay close attention. Regardless of the truth, one thing is undeniable. The connection between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei has captured the imagination of fans across the world. Their story, whether real or perceived, has become a phenomenon in its own right. It also highlights the power of audience interpretation in shaping celebrity narratives. What begins as a simple interaction can evolve into a widely accepted theory when enough people find meaning in it. At the heart of this fascination lies a universal theme, the allure of an unconfirmed love story. The uncertainty, the subtlety, and the possibility all combine to create a narrative that feels both intimate and intriguing. For now, the official stance remains unchanged, and no concrete confirmation has been provided. Yet, the absence of clarity continues to leave room for speculation, ensuring that the story remains alive. Fans will likely continue to watch, analyze, and interpret every new interaction, searching for clues that might finally reveal the truth. Until then, the relationship between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei exists in a space between reality and perception. And perhaps that's what makes it so captivating. It's not just about whether they are together or not, but about the journey of discovery, the shared excitement among fans, and the endless possibilities that come with an unanswered question. In the end, whether their bond is romantic or simply a deep friendship, it has already left a lasting impression. It has sparked conversations, inspired curiosity, and brought people together in a shared sense of wonder. As long as these moments continue to surface, the story will keep evolving. And in that evolution lies the true magic, an ongoing narrative shaped not just by Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, but by everyone who chooses to believe there might be something more.